Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. I'm L. I'm L. I'm L. I'm L. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. I'm M. I'm M. I'm M. Who you with Kirk? I'm M. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. I'm M. I'm M. I'm M. I'm M. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. I'm M. I'm M. I'm M. I'm M. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. I'm M. I'm M. I'm M. I'm M. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. I'm M. I'm M. I'm M. I'm M. Welcome to Speak On It. Welcome to Speak On It. I'm in. Welcome to Speak On It. Welcome to Speak On it. I'm in. Welcome to Speak On It. Welcome to Speak On it. I'm in. Welcome to Speak. 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 I'm in. I'm in. Who you with, Kirk, dog? Welcome to Speak. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kirk, dog. Come in, Who You With, Kirk, dog. Want to welcome everyone to the show tonight. Hopefully y'all had a great day today. What is it? Wednesday night. Y'all know what's going on tomorrow night. My home girl, my little sister will be on the show tomorrow. Miss Risky. So can't wait. Hopefully she feeling better. She says she is, but hopefully she continue to get better. But want to welcome everyone to the show on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, Twitch, Twitter. D Live is in the house. You can live chat with us during the show. If you are on my personal Facebook page, please take the time to go over to the show page. Speak On It with Who You With, Kirk, dog, and you can live chat with us. I can actually put your chat in the chat room. Just like I put the page up there, I can also put your chat up there. So definitely take a part of that and be a part of the show no matter where you are. Tonight, we're going to talk about a couple of things. Robert Aaron Long. Yeah. Robert Aaron Long is the young man that shot up the spars in Georgia, and Cherokee prosecutor said they near a plea deal. So they're looking at making a deal with him. Then we also going to talk about Terra L. I don't know if y'all remember Terra L, but she was the lady last month that that was seen on video that went viral for holding for chasing some young black kids with a knife at a playground. So we're going to give an update on that. Then we also going to talk about John Bryant. A city council out of Alabama. What he said is not shocking to me because where he's from, Alabama. So we're going to talk about that. But kudos to American Airline, to the supervisor that took a stand. We need more people to take a stand. So, yeah, we'll talk about that too. The lady got kicked off the plane. I'm sure Spirit don't have a problem with it, but he suggested go to Spirit. So we'll talk about that too. Welcome to the show. T-Cal said, happy Wednesday, Kurt, dog. I'm heading home and ready to listen to my favorite guy. Can't text and drive. No, don't do that. Definitely don't text and drive. We want you to make it home safely. So definitely just tune in, and if we're still going when you make it home, just chime in then. So so that's what all we're going to talk about tonight. we talk about the coronavirus quite a bit, and we're in a fourth wave right now. There's a new variant that is out behind Delta. So, and it actually been, someone have actually tested positive here in Texas. So, people, please protect yourself. Even if you had the vaccine, protect yourself. See, I don't know, maybe it's me, but um, looking at the game last night, watching the ending of it, um, and congratulations to the Milwaukee Bucks. Um, Looking at the game, and they showing all those fans out there outside the stadium. Think at one point they said it could be like 75,000 people or something. I don't know what it was, but it was high numbers. And that's very, to me, that's kind of concerning because I know being outside, especially in an environment like that, it's hot. You're that close to people, no breeze coming through. So you're going to want to take that mask off. That's a concern. So definitely protect yourself no matter what you're doing. Once again, if you are on my personal page, please take the time to go over to speak on it with Who You With Kurt Dell page. The name is right at the bottom of the screen. Uh, just switch over there and you can live chat with us live. Um, I can be able to see your message when it come in. It won't have to look down at my phone. So tonight we're going to talk about um, that killer out of Georgia, the one that went around and shot up the spars. Robert Aaron Long. He basically, I guess he's making a plea deal with Cherokee prosecutor, and they're saying they near a deal with the spar shooting. Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis said Wednesday that she has been informed the Cherokee County case involved Robert Aaron Long, charged with multiple counts of murder following shooting at 3 Metro Atlanta spars on March 16th, is suspected to be resolved at an arrangement next week. In my world, that means they reached the deal, said Willis, who cited a lawyer involved with the case as her source. In anticipation of such an announcement, Willis filed a motion Monday in Fulton County Superior Court to have Long transported to a Fulton jail to await its arrangement on 4 remaining counts of murder and other charges, including aggressive assault, domestic terrorism, and possession of a weapon during the commission of a felony. Willis said she planned to pursue the death penalty and hate crime charges. 6 of the 8 people killed were Asian women. Willis said she did not know terms of the agreement. Long attorney J. Darren Byrne did not respond to a request for comment. Cherokee County DA Shannon Wallace is prohibited from discussing any type of plea negotiation, a spokesperson said in a statement. The spokesperson confirmed the arrangement. Flash hearing is set for Tuesday. Doug Rowan, who represented a survivor of the Cherokee County shooting, said Wednesday he had not been informed of any plea deal. Prosecutor, he said, are not compelled to consult with survivors or victim family before deciding whether to offer a plea deal, but are required to notify them once one has been reached. They are then offered the opportunity to address the defendant in a victim impact statement. It's possible Mr. Willis jumped the gun before Wallace could contact us, he said. So, uh, so apparently, come Tuesday, um, he will be going to court and accept the plea deal offer. Whatever plea deal they gave him, he's planning on accepting it. Now, Fulton County, where majority of the shooting took place, most of the murders took place, they're looking for the death penalty. When I first read it, I'm like, why are they offering this killer a plea deal? For those charges, he might get life in prison. I don't know. But for Fulton County, they going for the gusto. They trying to get everything they supposed to. So hopefully justice is done for those families, for the victims, and this guy get exactly what he need. But I'm tired of these this justice system making plea deals with criminals. Now, I understand sometimes you may want to make a plea deal, but when it's an outright open and shut case, it shouldn't be no plea deal. Um, just like the terrorist attack, shouldn't be a plea deal. Why give them a plea deal and we know they did it? That's my opinion. Welcome to the show, Marcella Smith said. What's up, my people? It's the People's Show. Yeah, one day left. One day left. And my homegirl will be on the show tomorrow, Miss Risky. So it will be Thursday, Marcella Smith's favorite day of the week. So now these are all my opinions. Let me know how y'all feel. And I'm seriously, as we go off into more of the show, I'm gonna ask for some suggestions on some things. One of the changes we will be making coming up in the future, because there's been a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world, and I think we just need a segment just to highlight crazy people. But I don't know what's a good name to call them, because yeah, it been some crazy stuff going on. So Terry Rowland talked about it earlier. Last month we talked about it. She actually, oh, it's hard to look at that picture. We actually talked about it back in maybe it was, what's this, July, June? Maybe it was, yeah, it was last month when the video went viral, where she was seen on video chasing young Black kids with a knife and chasing them. Well, she finally been arrested and charged. But that don't mean nothing. That's only the beginning. Because not only since she's been arrested and charged, we need to hold her accountable. Excuse me. I don't understand why it took so long. Why it took so long to charge her. Marcella said, okay, if the people who had something to do with January 6th are terrorists and they negotiated a deal, isn't that negotiating with a terrorist? But they say we don't negotiate with terrorists. Well, that's what they're doing. One guy received 6 months and was considered time served because he had been in jail. He was sentenced 6 months and 2 days because he had been in jail for 6 months. So they added the 2 days where he just wouldn't get out. And with that being said, why are you giving him a slap on the wrist? Remember the grandmama, the 49-year-old grandmother just got probation. That's all she got. Probation. Yeah. Talking about because she was a grandmother and she felt sorry. But on January 6th, she did a video saying it was the best day of her life. But let her live the best of the rest of her life in jail. Hold her accountable. Don't give her probation. Why are you giving these folks probation and giving them a flight sentence or whatever? Because the thing is, I personally feel like, and I think I recall at least one black person was arrested doing this. I don't know if the charges stuck or not, but I believe it was at least one black person. And I'm gonna see what type of if if those charges did stick, I'm gonna see what type of sentence he get. Because if they come giving him 5, 10 years, and you giving these white folks a slap on the wrist, that's gonna validate everything we've been saying. The difference between black and white laws. Oh, and please, for the ones that's gonna say, well, it depends on his background. Well, the one that got 6 months and 2 days, he just got out in 2019 for first degree attempted murder on his ex-girlfriend, new boyfriend. Shot him in the chest. So don't bring up the background. When you bring up the background, you got to look at everybody's background. He just got out 2 years ago. I think it was less than 2 years when this happened. Then turned around and did this. And not only that, he joined the white supremacist gang while he was in prison. So if you're going to bring up the background, let's look at all of the background. Let's look at everybody. So yeah, it should be equal justice across the board. But I'm gonna check and see. Matter of fact, and I forgot about this earlier. Um, see if I can pull this story up real quick because I got an alert earlier today that talked about it, and I was like, oh, okay. Um, hold on, because I didn't even get a chance to look at it. I was tied up, and um, so I'm gonna look at it and see. But it was something that happened in court. I believe it happened today. Uh, let me see if I can. Yeah. Okay. So this came out this morning, um, and when it came out, it actually alerts went off and everything. So we can get some raw news. This actually came from Newsweek. Capitol writer yells in court to a prosecutor, drop all charges or make counter offer. Zach Alam, an accused Capitol writer, is looking to represent himself in court and working as his own attorney, made an offer to the court to drop the charges against him or have prosecutor make a counteroffer. Alam alleged entered the Capitol on January 6th, streamed "Fuck the Blue." That's what he did. He streamed "Fuck the Blue." Before then, they was talking about "Back the Blue." So we know that had nothing to do with police officers talking about "Back the Blue," because now he going in talking about "Fuck the Blue." And a police officer face and smashed the glass pane at the door that Ashley Babbitt attempted to climb through
before being fatal shot, facing 11 charges and more than 40 years in prison. Allen claimed prosecutor would be unable to prove his case, but requested a plea offer anyway. At Wednesday hearing, Allen repeated said he wanted U.S. Attorney Candace Chu Wong to offer him a plea deal and told her to start doing her job. According to NBC4, Washington reporter Scott McFarland, Judge David Frederick, informed Allen that prosecutor wasn't required to offer him a deal, but Wong said she was happy to start that process. Why the hell? Okay, I'm gonna hold that. Hallam said, responded that the prosecutor should consider if it requests now, and then made an offer on his own. He told the court that all charges against him should be dropped, or they could make a counteroffer. One of the hundreds of people who have been charged in connection with the Capitol riot, prosecutor alleged that Allen started kicking the glass panel at the speaker lobby door seconds after Officer guarding the door moved to an adjoining wall. He then took another rider helmet and violently struck the outer glass panel repeatedly with my helmet, which ended up shattering. Video of the riot showed Babbitt climbing through the window. Allen leg shattered, at which point officer fired a fatal shot at her. The officer's name hasn't been released, but the Department of Justice announced it would pursue charges because there was insignificant evidence to support a criminal prosecutor. So this fool gonna go to court. Welcome to the show, Love My Kings. That's right, had nothing to do with support of the police, just didn't have the support, just didn't want to support blacks. That's all it was. That's exactly right. But that's what he said in a police officer face. I'm like, really? And now you want a plea deal? Yeah, I'll give you a plea deal. 45 to life. That's my offer. Marcellus has said, I'm so sick of America deciding when we gonna follow the rules. Exactly. When we're gonna follow the rules. Most of them don't want to follow the rule because they don't feel that people of color is part of America. So as for them following the rules, they're not gonna do that. They feel like they can do whatever they want to do and whenever they want to do it. And because of that, we need to make a change. We need tougher laws to show people that, hey, you're not the ruler of this world. Some of you might be in position, but we as the people need to pick and choose who we want to lead us. And some of the leaders we have today, I wouldn't let them walk a dog for me. For the simple fact, they don't know what they're doing. They just going with the flow, trying to make a name for themselves, knowing when things are wrong, and don't look at the consequence that it's going to affect. It may not affect them directly, but it probably affecting your family members, your neighbors, but they don't care about that. Long as their pockets are full. So, yeah, I hope this fool get everything he deserves. Want to ask for a plea deal, either drop the charges or a counter offer. Yeah, I counter offer 45 to life. 45 because you supported the fool that was the 45th president. Yeah, 45 to life. That's what you get for being stupid. Yeah, I received that alert this morning, and I was like, I forgot about it until I started reading that story, and I said, you know what? Yeah, we need to hit on that. But yeah, finally, Fort Wayne, Indiana Police Department did come back and arrest. I think she lied about her age because I do not believe she's 32. It's no way in hell she's 32. Um, 62 maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's the water or something. I don't know. But I'm glad they did arrest her, Terra Rowland, and she's charged with uh, intimidation and some other charges. So hopefully those charges stick, and um, and she see a day in court and be found guilty to chase a young kid on the playground with a knife. Can you imagine the nightmares this young kid is gonna have? And then after looking at a picture, that's a scary sight. I don't like talking about everybody because there's beauty in everybody, but I'm trying to make sure they didn't get her age wrong. Yes, she was born in '88. Yeah, yeah, but um, can you imagine a young kid having to deal with the fact that this woman chasing him with a knife, chasing him with a knife, and so it's a group out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I apologize. Oh, change makers of Fort Wayne. The someone filmed the video and got them involved because they do a lot of great work up in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And change makers of Fort Wayne, um, they actually, once they came on the case, the video picked up heat, started going everywhere, and they stayed on Fort Wayne Police Department to charge her. So she was finally charged, which I don't see why it took so long. What investigation do you need when you see this woman chasing a child with a knife? What do you need to investigate? It's nothing to investigate because here it is. You up here chasing a kid with a knife. Said, oh, it was. Now, see, this the thing I don't understand. The investigator believed Rowland was at the playground with her children when her 13-year-old son told her he and another kid had been battered by the other kids. Talk to the parents. Go talk to the parents of the other child. But you don't pull out no knife. Pull out a knife and chase the kid. And then use racial language toward the child. That to me is jacked up because this child is gonna have to live with this for the rest of his life. The trauma that have been caused to this child. But they trying to justify saying that uh that her child was attacked. That's the reason why she did that. See, they always try to find a reason, kind of like the cop that arrested the guy in Atlanta that shot up the spars, Aaron Long. Um, when he got arrested, first thing he said, he had a bad day. I don't know. Besides me, who else have a bad day? Raise your hand. I know I have bad days all the time because I'm like, look, I don't know what I go through, but they try to justify it. So yeah, she should be charged and held accountable. But for some reason, I got a feeling they're gonna offer her a plea deal. They will find a reason for not charging her. She's a mother. What about the mother of that child that's gonna have to deal with the aftermath of her chasing that child with a knife and using racial slurs in 2021? How about that mother? Gonna have to go in and rock her baby to sleep due to the fact that this woman claimed to have a bad day, and now she's gonna have to deal with it. Don't make excuses for these folks. Hold them accountable, just like you would anyone else. And it's some changes that need to go on in America altogether. Well, excuse me. Trying to get that gallon of water in for the day. So I'm trying to drink up. I'm still kind of shorted a little bit. But um so this, I don't know. This is why I say we need to have a segment on the show that we can highlight stupidity. For the simple fact, in Alabama, this happened last night. I believe it was last night, um, Monday night, but the video had went viral today. Alabama lawmaker used racial slur in a recorded city council meeting. Faces calls to resign. Uh, um, so he decided to do some crazy stuff. On the video of the meeting posted to the Terra Alabama Facebook page shows city council member John Tommy Bryant standing up, pointing at a black city council woman and asking, "Do we have a house nigger in here? Would she please stand up? Do we have a house nigger in here? Would she please stand up?" Now, we can, I said, okay, it got to be a reason why. But to use those type of language, like I said, in Alabama, I'm not surprised at all. Not surprised with him using those type of terms. Um, but residents can be heard gasping. In a statement following the meeting, Alabama Democrat called for Bryant to resign. He is a racist and unfit to serve, the statement said. Alabama still has a long way to go when it comes to race, but cozying up to the KKK and using the N word should make you unfit to serve. The statement continued. These racists belong in the history book with Bull Connor and George Wallace, not on the taxpayer payroll. Alabama Republican Party Chairman John Wall said in a statement that the party is deeply troubled by the racist charge outbursts and disrespect shown by Councilman Tommy Brown. Such language is completely unacceptable in any setting, and even more concerning coming from an elected official. The comment made at the Tarrant County City Council meeting have no place in government, leadership, and if they reflect the opinion of Tommy Bryant, he should immediately step down, Wall said. Juanita Bonham, a Tarrant resident who was at the meeting, also said Bryant should resign. This is not who we need representing us. And she said to NBC News, Bonham is black, said Brown outburst was in response to her questioning him about why his wife had repeatedly used the word in Facebook posts. Screenshots appeared to show Nancy Bryant writing in the post that Terrence Mayor Wayman Newton had used the phrase "house nigger" then when referring to a black council member. While an expensive is not spelled out in the post, the N word is. Bonham said if Newton, who is black, used the slur, it was in private. I cannot say if he did or did not. Bonham said, however, two wrongs do not make a right, and the comfort level that Bryant have using the word so freely is a problem. Bryant did not respond to NBC News' request for comments Wednesday. In an interview with NBC affiliate WZTM of Birmingham Tuesday, Bryant stood by using the word. I thought the city ought to know the type of terminology the mayor uses, and I didn't want him to get away with it. It is so that the reason I made that comment, Bryant said. If I had let it go and sugarcoat it, we would not be having this conversation right now. Bryant also admitted to calling Newton, who is the first black mayor in Tarrant, a little boy. When asked if he is racist, he responded, what the public definition is, I might be a racist, but according to what the true meaning of the word racist is, absolutely not. In Monday meeting, Brian also referred to the LGBTQ community as LGBT whatever. He then called the Buddhist Muslim and went on to say the Muslim believe that if you're not Muslim, their religion say they need to kill you. Bonham said Brian does not reflect Tarrant, a city about 6 miles north of Birmingham. We are not the Mayberry community people tried to make us out to be, said Bonham, who identified as non-binary. We aren't black and white. We are a full rainbow, and that's just my street. See, I say it all the time. That's something he been taught. He learned over his years of living. He started learning it as a child. I don't know this man, but I could tell by his comments. It sounds pretty damn racist to me. And it sounds like to me, he was brought up in a racist area. He probably, not only that, he was brought up in the hypest part of the racists in Alabama. So probably what happened is he probably witnessed some illegal activities, some lynchings and some burning of black folks' homes and stuff like that as a child. But then he decided to become a elected official. And because he's a city councilman, you get certain people trying to that pull your coattail, be like, oh yeah, we're gonna support you, we're gonna get you in this position, that position, and then they feel like it's nothing wrong. Now, Tarrant, Alabama, here's another problem. He talking about he might run for mayor because he don't like what the new mayor have done for this city. Do I feel like it's a race issue? You damn right I do. I definitely feel like it's a race issue. Would he do the same thing to a white mayor? I don't think so. Then you want to talk about the LGBTQ community and Muslim. Yeah, you are racist. Yes, you need to step down. Step down. Now, with reading the story, sound like to me he got pissed off because his wife got caught using the N-word on Facebook, and they called them out. And I'm sure some of those folks probably charged his wife up for doing that. And he was in his feelings. So, yeah, he should step down. He should definitely step down. It shouldn't even be no question about it. Matter of fact, they should be holding a vote to get him out of that position. That's why I say we don't need leaders that it's not going to be for everybody in that community. We need leaders that's going to fight for the entire community, regardless of the color of their skin, regardless if they donate to you or not. We need leaders that's going to fight for the people. And Terra, Alabama, hopefully y'all come together and vote this man out. He don't need to be there. That's crazy how he's doing it. And I know Alabama have had some issues in the past with while Trump was in the office. It was certain things they didn't want to do. So I can't put all the blame on Trump. I guess I can say Trump gave them the jurors to decide to come out and say how they really feel. But it's time for him to step down. That would be the best thing he could do for that city, for that town, to step down. Step down. Let someone else come in that position that really want to work for the people, and not somebody who's all up in their feelings because your wife got allegedly checked on Facebook. Because I'm quite sure if she was going around putting the N-word on Facebook, I'm quite sure she was checked. and she didn't like it. So she ran to you. And you decide to try to defend her by using that and try to put the blame on somebody else. So yeah, I already know it's some people ain't gonna like it, but they need to make a change. It's time for a change. We're in a new day, a new time and era, and it's time for us to do something different. The racist folks do not need to be in these positions. It's time to get them out. Time to make them step down. And that's what we need to do. Also, I kind of saved this one kind of for last because I didn't want to leave on a sour note today. But it's quite funny. Trying to see, I just got an alert. Okay. So I was watching, looking on Twitter, I believe, and all of a sudden I started seeing American Airline passenger get checked, and I'm actually gonna see if I can pull up the video on my phone, where I can also let y'all hear the sound bite of this interaction um, of this lady. See if I can play this video and then get y'all opinion on it, because it was pretty interesting on this situation. Make sure I had my phone cut out. Hold on real quick.
First of all. Second of all, you call my employee a bitch. Completely uncalled for, inappropriate, you're not going to travel. We don't tolerate that crap with us at all. So you can find another period of fun. I'd suggest Spirit. Okay. If you acted appropriate and were disrespectful, then I would let you travel. But unfortunately, you called my employee a bitch. Did you call my employee a bitch? You didn't. You didn't. So the other people are going to say it as well. And she also has 2 children. Yeah. Don't lie because you already did that once when you took your mask off and put a new one. Yours again. You were putting the same mask on. You didn't have a mask on. If you don't follow our policy, then there's a period of discussion. You don't want to follow a federal mask mandate, and then on top of that, calling a vulgar name to my employee, it's not going to happen.
I don't know if y'all heard that pretty good, but this passenger on American Airlines, she actually was and what I'm hearing, it came from out of Dallas. I know I'm a unnamed American airline agent at Dallas Fort Worth Airport is being applauded on social media for his calm demeanor after coming face to face with a woman who apparently cursed a flight attendant during a mask dispute. With that being said, the incident was caught on video. It was posted on Twitter and shows the agent speaking to the woman. Second of all, you call my employee a bitch. Completely uncalled for and inappropriate, the agent said. We don't tolerate that crap with us at all. He told the woman that she was no longer welcome to fly American. You can find another carrier to fly. He said, I suggest Spirit. According to Dallas Morning News, the incident occurred July the 17th on a flight from DFW to Miami. When an attendant spoke to a passenger about her mask, the video was captured by another passenger, Christopher Freeman, as the plane was being reboarded after the woman had been removed from the flight. The Federal Aviation Administration has a zero tolerance for unruly and dangerous behavior from passengers and states that no person may assault, threaten, intimidate, or interfere with a crew member in the performance of the crew member duties aboard an aircraft being operated. Unfortunately, it has been a common occurrence for flight attendants and gate agents to have to deal with unruly passengers, especially over mask disputes during the COVID-19 pandemic. So far this year, the FAA has investigated 3,509 unruly passenger report and 2,605 mask-related incidents. On Sunday, video shows a woman being removed from a plane bound for DFW after she was arguing with passenger and called them a homophobic slur, the Dallas Fort Worth Star Telegram reported. So, people, if you are going on a trip, enjoy your trip, but follow the damn rules. For the simple fact, the rules are you have to have your mask on at all times. Unless you eating or drinking, and they not serving none of that on the planes right now. So you have to follow the rules. And because of that, you're gonna get kicked off. And I wouldn't refund the money. Because you caused the disruption on the plane that caused the plane to be deboarded. I believe it was last month. It was a group of kids on their way to was it Jamaican, over to the Caribbean or something, out of North Carolina. They were switching plane North Carolina. They get up, they want to put their mask on. High school kids, they want to put their mask on and all of this. and they had to postpone the trip to the next day. Well, people are getting big fines for those things. And those kids should have been charged. Because here it is. You're teenagers. Follow the damn rules. The parents need to be held accountable because apparently you ain't been teaching your kids right. Now, I understand for people start complaining at me. I understand you can teach a child right, and they may go their own way. They get influenced by their friends. I understand that. But you start hitting them right in the pocket, they would understand. It won't happen. But for this group of high school kids to cause them to cancel the flight, that's a problem. All because they did not want to put their mask on. Well, should have told each one of them, you gotta go. But with this gate agent, I would assume they say it happened at DFW, so I don't know who the guy is, but great job to you. He kept his demeanor. He did not raise his voice. He just told up front, we don't tolerate that crap on America. You're no longer to fly with us. You can take your business over to Spirit. Go with the Spirit with it. Because you know Spirit, we seen some fights on Spirit. So I rode Spirit. Ooh, I think I rode them maybe once or twice. The first time I said I'd never get back on it, went to Chicago. It was packed like sardines on there. It was so crowded, uncomfortable. And I said, nah, can't do that again. And but coming back, it was okay. But they charge for everything. So yeah, but shout out to that gate agent supervisor. Just spoke the facts. You called my flight attendant a bitch. And because of that, we're not going to deal with that crap. You're not able to fly with America. Have a good night. I suggest you go to another airline. Go to Spirit. I'm sure Spirit, I'm just go out the line. I'm sure Spirit probably was like, oh yeah, send her over here. We don't mind you fighting on our planes, but you will get arrested. So, but shout out to that agent. And I know some American flight attendant, and I pray and hope it wasn't nobody who I know. Because if it was, I could just tell her it was by the grace of God she didn't get drugged. If it was one of my friends. So, um, so I didn't want to leave on a bad note tonight. Hopefully that story kind of is sad and funny, but you can also find it. And I cannot wait until this woman is identified, because they should be identifying who this lady is. I'm sure somebody is working. I'll give it till about Friday. We'll know exactly who she is by Friday. Guess she'll be like the lady that realized she was being recorded at Bath and Body Work, or no, that was Victoria's Secret. The free painting Karen or something, whatever they call it there. But when she realized she was being recorded, she wanted to have a meltdown because she didn't want to lose her job. Kind of find out she's a school teacher. Yeah. So, but shout out to the person that actually filmed the video, Christopher Freeman, and putting it out there for because she need to be exposed. I wish he would have got a better picture of her face, but she thought she could get special privilege, and it didn't work out for her, and it's not going to work out for her. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. Tomorrow night, Miss Risky Whip, hopefully we've been busy this week, so we haven't communicated that much, but I did send her a message earlier. She said she's doing fine. So, but she should be here tomorrow night, catching up on history. Matter of fact, I need a reminder of the one that I said we need to do. So definitely join us tomorrow night if the good Lord say the same. We will see y'all 8 p.m. Central Time. And continue to support the show. Tell a friend. Let a friend know. Subscribe, like, whatever platform you on. What if it's Periscope, Twitter, Twitch, D Live, Facebook, YouTube. Take the time out, like, share, tell a friend. We are live, and you can live chat with us during the show. And just like Marcellus, Love My Kinks, T-Cal, if you chat with us in the chat room, we can always put your message up on the board. And we got, well, most messages we could put up on the board, because if you're using certain words, it's not going to go. All right, T-Cal, I see. Just making it home. Good. Yeah, making it home. Good show. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you always for supporting me. Hopefully your husband cooked dinner for you. And other than that, we will see y'all tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Time. I love each and every one of you. Until then, peace.